All right, good evening. Good evening. Where is everybody at? Good evening to you. How is everyone feeling this evening? Wanted to jump on here for a second because I like to talk about some things when I see things. Hey, I say let's come talk about it. Hey, guess who it is? It's your boy Damon. I'm here with the DK and Tree podcast. And like I said, I just come on just for a little bit, just talk about. But one of my main things I wanted to talk about was the Kyrie Jackson situation. Very, very unfortunate that this young man lost his life and never got a chance to fulfill his dream. But after reading the story, everything seems like says speed and alcohol was a factor. And that's just a sad, sad situation for someone that had a promising future. Now they're no longer here for whatever mistakes were made on the road. I preached this plenty of times, telling people slow down, drive your vehicle to your capacity. But as you see out here, we see people speeding up and down the roads, and they're also drinking behind the wheel and getting behind the wheel of a motor vehicle. We got too many ride shares. We got too many things where you can phone a friend. You don't have to get behind the wheel with any type of alcohol in the system at all. Yes, you have friends. You can call anyone that can come pick you up. Like I said, Uber, Lyft, taxis, phone a friend, somebody where you don't have to get behind the wheel. But just very, very unfortunate situation for this young man to have lost his life with the other two young men. I think they were all schoolmates at one time too, from what I was reading with the story. But it's just very, very, very unfortunate that he didn't get a chance to live out his dream because it makes no sense for them to be behind the wheel of a motor vehicle. I was really drunk. People would make fun of this as far as driving. Yeah, they need to, but they don't. And the reason that I just don't get it. If you had something to drink, I don't knock anybody for having partaken in a beverage. That's your business. But when you get behind the wheel of a motor vehicle, you're endangering not only yourself but everyone else, and everyone else out there on that road becomes a hazard to you because of the simple fact that again you making it unsafe for everybody else on the road. So everybody else becomes that hazard because now they trying to get home. Hey, cuz, how are you? So listen, don't get behind the wheel of a motor vehicle. Again, this young man lost his life and two other young men lost their life. Their futures are over, and families, are impacted. Not only just the family of the people that lost their lives, but the family of the people that impacted everything. So I'm your driver when you come to Cleveland, huh? But the sad part about it, all those trips back and forth to the airport. Yeah, you see so many people drunk on the roads, and it's kind of sickening. Yes, it is. And what really just makes it bad is that our justice system really doesn't do anything about it. They get a little fist attorney, and then next thing you know, they're getting a slap on the wrist, and they're getting off. But let me, Mr. Calloway, let me tell you a little story about something that I saw. I was out in Texas, this was many years ago, and what Texas do, if they're drunk driving, they have multiple ones. They're giving them life in prison out there. And I was like, the judge was like, "Oh, you'll never do this again," putting them in prison. And listen, I can't. That's they need to be. If you are driving out here and they have multiple ones on their records, multiple ones, not just one. Oh no, three or four, and they're still driving on our roadways, which is very, very sad. Right, that's a slap on the wrist, and it makes no sense. Again, Kyrie Jackson and them other two young men, their life are over because of driving errors and maybe someone under the influence of alcohol. It makes no sense. Yeah, I agree with you. Put them in jail. Can't say all wrong. Yeah, absolutely. But you see, they don't, and they get the walk, and it makes no sense. And I try to preach this a lot. Hey, look, if you drink, don't get behind the wheel of a motor vehicle. Again, you can call a ride share or whatever. No, I don't feel as though, and they make the excuses. Oh, I'm not that drunk. Or I'm not, oh, I was just right around the corner from the house. Hey, you probably hear the best of the best excuses, especially if you watch some of these cop shows and you just listen to, oh no, I was driving fine, I was driving straight. No, you was on the wrong side of the road. What are you talking about? And then you get people going the wrong way. How are you disintegrated? Disintegrated, and you're driving like this, and you're endangering everybody else on the road. It's truly, truly, truly sad. Leaving October 27th. I don't know if I can make it to October 27th. I think I got something to do that way. But next time I come to Cleveland, I'll look you up. So, but like I said, just very, very unfortunate situation that the young men lost their lives, and it really makes no sense. And she had a history of being intoxicated. They pulled up her Twitter page, and that's all she talks about. Wow. Wow. That's truly, truly sad. That makes it even worse now because here it is again, three men's lives are gone. And now she's bragging about it on social media that she is twisted all the time. That is truly, truly sad. And I'm pretty sure she may have been in this type of trouble before and got a slap on the wrist. Mr. Calloway, I'm going to go back to your comment. Slap on the wrist. Probably has. And this makes no sense. And it has to stop. When is someone going to put a stop to this? When is somebody going to say, hey, look, we're tired of this. We're tired of people dying on our roads because they die on our roads all the time. Speed and drunk drivers hitting people. It makes no sense. One of the guys in the car, their brother is in law enforcement with us, I believe. Okay, okay. Yeah, and see that this is just truly, truly, truly sad. And that's why I wanted to come on here because, again, we need to stop this nonsense. Plain and simple. If you drink, don't drive. And for people out here, slow down. You're going to get to where you're going. You just have to completely slow down. But a lot of people don't want to do that. Hey, I'm in a hurry. They get to the next stoplight. And that's sad because they get to the next stoplight. It makes no sense the way these people drive on these roads. And then the error happens and someone gets hurt. And what do most of the people do? They run. They flee the scene. Oh man, let me get out of here because they know they made a mistake. No, we all need to come together with this. Again, if you are drinking, you don't have to drive. Guess what? If you drink in your house, you ain't got to worry about driving. But no, I got to go to happy hour. I got to go out with my friends. And oh, yeah, hey, I can make it home. Hey, I'm all right to drive. Where's your friends in there talking about, hey, man, you had too much. Let me take your keys. Do we even have those type of friends out here anymore? Do we have that good buddy to say, hey, man, you didn't have too much. I haven't had anything. I'm going to take you home. We're going to leave your car here tonight. We'll come back and get it in the morning. Where's that? Where's all the teamwork that we have to stick together? That way we can stop these deaths on these roads. We can stop all this, aggressive driving and people cutting through cars because you're in a hurry to get to the next stoplight. Stop it. You're hurting people. You're putting people in danger. You are endangering so many innocent people. And I preach this all the time when I say this. All our family members drive out on these roads. All our family members. The last thing we want is for anything to happen to any one of our family members, let alone to yourself. And I'm going to share a story about what happened to me 3 Decembers ago. I was struck by a drunk driver. I'm still here. I have no tolerance for it. So the simple fact that you are sitting out here endangering everybody on the roads, stop it. Let's just all stick together. If you see somebody you think they drunk, call because we need to get them off the road. And that's my 2 cents for that. But again, with this situation, it's really, really sad. My heart goes out to the families that lost them young men. But again, promising future, the man will never be able to see his dream because it was impacted by someone else making a poor judgment of getting behind the wheel. But again, that's my 2 cents for that. Another thing I want to jump on here and talk about. I jumped on a couple weeks and I was talking about I met someone in the military, and I'm going to drop a story. I'm actually interviewing that person next week, but it's not going to be a live stream. It's going to be audio only, of things that's happening in the military to this person, and with assault, forged paperwork, and this person has receipts. And I was just listening to the story and listening to the story, and me being a veteran myself, it just sickened me that, like, why are you not taking care of your own? Why are you doing this to your own member of your own house? So it was just truly sad. So just listening to the stories, like I said, we're gonna interview next week, and I'm probably gonna drop that before the end of the month, but it's gonna be audio only. If you are subscribed to the podcast, DK and Tree Podcast, any place you get a podcast, when it drops and you get notification, it will upload. This story will break your heart, because how can someone do this to one of our service members? And again, me being a veteran, I was highly offended after listening to all the harassment, all the, you know, everything to try to hold this person down, keep this person down, and then it's still harassment, still harassment. This person went all the way to the governor's office, all the way to the governor's office to get this nonsense squashed. And it makes no sense. Again, if anyone has ever served in the military out here, when you hear this story, it's going to sicken you, and it's sicking me. And I thank the person for allowing me to interview them, to share their story so we can get their message out there. But if you look at a lot of things with the military, there's a lot of things that happens and it just gets washed away. I mean, we've had sexual assaults in the military. They wash it under the rug. People have been killed. They wash it under the rug. No one wants to seem to find out the truth, and they just wash these things under the rug. So I really thank this person for wanting to share this story on the show. Everything. Everell, hello, how you doing? So again, look for that story to drop. Also, I have another story that's going to drop, dealing with anyone has dealt with autism or autistic kids or anything. I have another person that wants to come on and talk about, her story with her children and the struggles with autism, and just getting awareness out there. So I tell people all the time, this platform, we're gonna push anything you would love to talk about, and this is what we're here for, because this is our show together. Anything we want to push out, we're gonna push this out. But again, I just wanted to come on for that little bit of tidbits and everything. Like I said, my heart goes out to the families of any loved ones, any, not just them, but any loved ones that have lost someone in a car crash, because it's truly, truly sad. We don't have to drive that, and we don't have to get behind the wheel of a motor vehicle while we're under the influence of alcohol. Again, there's too many ride shares. Hey, phone a friend. Where, when do we stop doing that? I mean, come on now. I mean, just call someone. Hey, man, come get my keys, and can you help me home? Or, hey, can you get me a lift home? I know I can't get behind the wheel of a motor. If we do all that, we can stop these deaths on our roads. So, again, I'm going to tune out. I appreciate everybody that's tuned in. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate everything. But hey, we will be back here. And then, once football season starts up, it's every Tuesday. It's every Tuesday. You come rep your teams. You come rep anything you want. But you see what's behind me. Raven. I always rep them forever. So, and again, I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, please look out for these two interviews that's coming up, and they're coming up very shortly. Like I said, we're going to interview next week. I'm going to drop it for the end of the month. Audio only. The autism will be a video, but the military won't be audio on, because I definitely want to protect the person. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you, and everyone that has tuned into this show or have downloaded this show from any place. I thank you so much, because I've been looking at some of the downloads, and whoever downloaded my show in Johannesburg, South Africa, thank you. Hong Kong, Italy, Canada, all those places. Any place you've downloaded this show, I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate it. I'm going to sign off. You're going to see me. You're going to hear me probably in about a week or so when I drop that story, and you'll sadly see me again in about 2 weeks. I appreciate every one of you. Each and every one of you, stay safe. Tell your loved ones that you love them. Hug them, because we don't know what's going to happen on the next day. And again, I'm signing out.